I bought a controller! It's a circle for Nintendo Switch. More circles.
Click the circles.
Wow, this is an ugly box. Thanks a lot, Amazon Shipping. Let's unbox it. Why do they use clear plastic on this and blue plastic on this? Circle! Ooh, shiny. The buttons feel really nice. It's like the buttons on a 2DS or a membrane keyboard. Time to put the legs on. Taiko Tobachi for Nintendo Switch. And apparently you can store water bottles in it. Okay, that's enough reading. No, I'm scratching it already. There's like a physical bump right here. Oh well. And here's the yellow manual. It's all in Japanese because I'm pretty sure they were assuming that American people wouldn't be buying this. Nihongo, 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 Nihongo. Here's the drum I just bought, $80. And here's the drum I bought in 2019, $70. But now it's worth like $40. This is a Hori official drum and it's licensed, but this is some cheap Chinese brandless drum. That's why it was so cheap. Even the build quality is cheap. Like this drum is a hard surface and it's like well made. But this one is like really weird. Also, I noticed it's like slightly yellow. But anyway, the surface on this is not very professional. It's kind of like the buttons on a membrane keyboard, but all laid out together. In fact, under proper lighting, you can kind of see the marks of each button. The Hori drum is like professional and doesn't sink in. And this is the drumstick for the Chinese drum. It's just yellow plastic, nothing special. But this one has the Taiko no Tatsujin logo on it. Also, the official sticks are like more brighter, and for some reason the Chinese one looks more green on camera, but not in real life. The official one is also a bit thicker. Okay, that's enough talking. Let's plug and play and drum. These are very important. Anyway, this is a website that you can go to test your Taiko drum controller, and I'm going to be demonstrating the rolling on the drums. If you're new to Taiko and you don't know what rolling is, you're basically letting the drumsticks bounce on the drum surface. It's used a lot by expert players, but rolling requires a drum that's sensitive enough to detect the extra hits. And now for the knockoff drum. So as you can see, the official drum does have some bouncing, but this one just absorbs it all. There's no bouncing on this. But one strange thing is that the rim actually does bounce a little. Unlike this one. Either way, both of them are honestly not that great for rolling, but then again, you can modify this drum to be more sensitive, so that's what I'll be doing in a future video. And if you accidentally hit the middle of the knockoff drum, it'll actually trigger both sides, which is something you don't want, as you saw earlier in my comparison. But this will not happen on the official drum. And even if it does, it's very unlikely. So yeah, in the end, the Hori drum did way better than the cheap Chinese Ching Chong knockoff drum. I guess the only thing useful about this knockoff drum is that it can be used as a MacBook stand. So don't repeat the same mistake I did by buying a cheap Chinese drum. Just get the Hori drum. The official ones are better. If you're an expert player at Taiko, then you should get an official one, and if you're not, why even bother getting a drum in the first place if you're not an expert player? Also, it's possible to modify these Hori drums to make them even more sensitive, and I'll be doing that in another video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.